is Kathy, and today we will be starting Lesson 12 from the Teach Yourself to Play the Folk Harp book by Sylvia Woods. In my video called Before You Begin, I go over a lot of details concerning practicing and issues that you may be facing with regards to learning the folk harp. Please review this video to answer many of your questions. In this lesson, we will be learning about glissandos and harmonics. A glissando, commonly called a gliss, as shown on page 67 of your book, is the best known and most easily recognized harp effect. It is produced by sliding a finger either up or down along the strings. A gliss can be played slowly or quickly and can cover a few or many notes. Often ascending and descending glissandos are played alternately, producing a wave-like effect. Ascending glissandos are played with the fleshy part of the index finger. Descending ones are played with the thumb. In the example at the top of page 67 of your book, you will see an ascending glissando that begins on the lower C on beat 1 and ends on the higher C at the beginning of beat 2. The length of the glissando is always the number of beats between the beginning note and the ending note. A harmonic is a method of playing a string so that it sounds an octave higher than its normal pitch. This is done by touching the string in the center so that only half of the string vibrates, and then plucking the string. The note produced has a lovely bell-like sound. Harmonics are played differently with the right and left hands. To do right-hand harmonics, you curl the fingers in towards the palm. Then press the first knuckle of the index finger against the center of the string. Keep the thumb up. Gently pluck the string with the thumb and move the hand away from the string at the same time. Don't force it. To do left-hand harmonics, place the fleshy part of the side of the hand that is below the little finger against the middle of the string. The thumb should be up with the fingers relaxed, not in the palm. Pluck the string gently with the thumb and move the hand away from the string at the same time. Don't force it. Harmonics are clear only at the center of the strings. Move your hand up and down near the center of the string until you find the spot where the harmonic is the clearest. Be sure to keep your thumb high to get the best possible harmonic. Harmonics are written where they are played and only sound an octave higher. In other words, when you're reading music, play the harmonic on the string that's written, but it will produce a sound an octave higher. There is an example of how harmonics are written at the bottom of page 67 of your book. Our first piece of music for this lesson is called Minstrel Boy on page 68 of your book. This is a lovely piece of music from Ireland that makes extensive use of left-hand harmonics and broken four-note chords. Our next piece of music on page 69 of your book is called Southwind, another lovely song from Ireland that makes use of the ascending glissando and broken note chords. The next piece of music on page 70 of your book is called She Beg, She More. Carolyn used this melody and wrote words to it for his first composition. The lyrics told about a battle between fairies of She Beg, the little fairy hill, and She More, the big fairy hill. This beautiful piece of music makes use of the ascending glissando and broken four-note chords. And our final piece of music for the lesson is a very famous piece of music by J.S. Bach called Jesus' Joy of Man's Desire. This is one of my favorite pieces of music, and I hope you enjoyed as much as I do. As mentioned in the last lesson, the material of lesson 10 gets put into the finger technique section of your practice sessions. When you begin this lesson, how you would practice the material from lesson 10 as a finger exercise is to play the exercises and the pieces of lesson 10 3 to 5 times each day, as you would a normal finger exercise. It is important to keep practicing this broken four-note chord technique for the entirety of the next year, even though you will have seemed to have mastered the technique of it, because if you drop it, you'll find that you will lose the ability to perform the broken 4-note chord very quickly. It will not stay with you as a permanent part of your harping ability for at least a year. So it's necessary to keep it up for that length of time. This music course continues to pick up even more speed with this lesson, as we have already discussed, and you will find that you need to spend more and more time with this lesson. This is perfectly normal. However, one of the goals you probably have for yourself with regards to the harp is the concept of being able to just sit down with your harp and playing lots of different music for yourself and others' enjoyment. So we will continue on with the modified sight reading as explained in the last few lessons. So with this lesson, go back to the pieces from lesson 3 to 9 and play them just once. Then play the pieces from lesson 11 just once before you begin the material in lesson 12. Do this with each practice session. Just play the pieces from lesson 3 to 9 once and lesson 11 just once before you begin the work of lesson 12. To start this lesson, go over all of the exercises from lessons 1 to 9 and the entirety of lesson 10. The exercises and the pieces before beginning to practice the glissandos and harmonics of lesson 12. To continue on with our modified sight reading, we will begin to introduce music from Sylvia Woods' 52 Scottish songs for all harps. In this book, each piece of music is arranged for both beginner harp and advanced harp levels. For our purposes, we will begin to learn some of the pieces of music from the easier arrangements of this book to serve as easier and quicker to master pieces of music that can be placed into our modified sight reading program. How we do this is that you would practice all of lesson 12 normally. If this lesson takes you more than 2 weeks to master, then we would introduce a new piece from the 52 Scottish Songs for All Harps book at the beginning of your 3rd week with this lesson. If it takes you longer than this to master these lessons, then keep adding one new piece each week from the new book. Learn these new pieces of music just as you would your normal lesson music. Clap and count them out, and then learn them with hands separately and then put hands together. I will be making teaching videos on all of the music in the new book, and you can refer to those videos for teaching assistance on each of the pieces. If you need to supplement the last lesson with this supplemental material, then continue on down the list from the new book. Now this is the order of pieces to learn. Number 1, Old Lang Syne, the easy arrangement on page 6 of your book. Number 2, Ballou Ballerie, the easy arrangement on page 10 of your book. Number 3, Bra Bra Lads, the easy arrangement on page 24 of your book. Number 4, Cornrig Zerboni, the easy arrangement on page 32 of your book. Number 5, Dumbarton's Drums, the easy arrangement on page 34 of your book. Number 6, Highland Laddie, the easy arrangement on page 46 of your book. Number 7, Alakai in Bayon Town, the easy arrangement on page 52 of your book. Number 8, the Keel Row, the easy arrangement on page 58 of your book. Number 9, Kelvin Grove, the easy arrangement on page 60 of your book. Number 10, Lassie with the Lint White Locks, the easy arrangement on page 64 of your book. Number 11, the Leah Rig, the easy arrangement on page 66 of your book. Number 12, My Nanny O, the easy arrangement on page 84 of your book. Number 13, A Rosebud by My Early Walk, the easy arrangement on page 90 of your book. Number 14, Scotland the Brave, the easy arrangement on page 94 of your book. Number 15, The White Cockade, the easy arrangement on page 102 of your book. Number 16, Will Ye O Come Back Again, the easy arrangement on page 104 of your book. Now, if you like, you could also supplement the lessons with some Christmas carols from the book 50 Christmas Carols. 50 Christmas Carols, right here, by Sylvia Woods. And here's the 52 Scottish Songs for All Harpers book. Now, if you're using the Christmas music, you'd supplement it in this order. Number 1, Away in a Manger, the easy version on page 8 of your book. Number 2, Christ was born on Christmas Day, the easy version on page 19 of your book. Number 3, The First Noel, the easy version on page 24 of your book. Number 4, Hark the Herald Angels Sing, the easy version on page 36 of your book. Number 5, The Holly and the Ivy, the easy version on page 40 of your book. Number 6, I Saw Three Ships, the easy version on page 42 of your book. Number 7, Shepherds Hurried to Bethlehem, the easy version on page 73 of your book. Number 8, Silent Night, the easy version on page 74 of your book. Or you can use combinations of both books. When you reach 20 pieces in your modified sight reading program, then split the list in half and play the first half of your pieces 1 through 10 one day, and then the second half of the pieces the next day, and then repeat. As an example, if you practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, then you would play the first half of the modified sight reading program on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you would play the second half of your modified sight reading program on Tuesday and Thursday. The ultimate goal of your modified sight reading portion of your practice is to develop a different program of music for each day that you practice, starting with 10 pieces per program and ending with 20 pieces per program. As an example, if you practice 5 days a week, you would develop 5 programs of 10 pieces each and slowly increase the number of pieces in each program up to 20 for a total of 100 pieces of music in your modified sight reading program. So start with 1 program. When you reach 20 pieces, split it into 2 programs until the 2 programs are 20 pieces long. Then split them into 4 programs and continue on until you have all 5 days of different music. So, to recap this lesson, first play through all the pieces from lessons 3 to 9 and from lesson 11 once, and all music from your supplemental lists. Then practice all the exercises from lesson 1 through 9 and lesson 11 before practicing the Glissandos and Harmonics from lesson 12. Then practice all the pieces from lesson 12. Clap and count out the right and left hand, then play the pieces hands separately and then hands together. If you're still working on this lesson by week 3, then start to learn the next piece from the secondary book entitled 52 Scottish Songs for All Harps by Sylvia Woods, or pieces from the 50 Christmas Carols for All Harps book by Sylvia Woods. These new pieces should be quickly learned, and then they are incorporated into the modified sight reading section of your practice time. As discussed in last week's lesson, in order to advance as quickly as possible, it's important to have some really difficult for you to master music and some easier to master music. It is important to have the 2 levels of difficulty incorporated into your regular practice sessions. Now, next week, I'll be doing a video that outlines the next year's study program with lists of pieces to choose from and exercises. Hello, and this is an example of a glissando. An ascending glissando, you use the pad of the index finger. Pretty good. And for descending glissandos, you use your thumb. Excellent. And this is an example of a left-hand harmonic. Excellent. And this is an example of a right-hand harmonic. Excellent. And this is our first piece called Minstrel Boy. Excellent. And this is our next piece, Southwind. Excellent. And this is our next piece of music called She Beg, She More. Excellent. And this is our final piece of music called Jesus' Joy of Man's Desire. Next week, I will be doing a video that outlines the next year's study program, with lists of pieces to choose from and exercises as well. Now, to stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Great.